Hello everybody and welcome to Farming Simulator 2019 with me, Kevin Sawyer. Hope you're all well and enjoying your day, whatever you're up to. Right, I've been doing a lot of work off screen. Now, what I initially was planning was just doing a whole lot of harvesting, which I have been doing. If I show my levels and what we've got, I've done a harvest on this, done a seeded harvest, seeded harvest, seeded harvest, seeded harvest. I've done a seed and harvest on this as well. I'm probably going to go sort of like sunflowers and then corn next. That's my next plan. However, I'm toying whether to start selling some of this off or not, because as you can see, we're losing money like nobody's business. Partially my own fault. Reason was it was because obviously, you know me, peeps. I prefer to sort of like make it more automated where I can, and because obviously I've just been hiring a lot of workers to do the slurry side of things. Because Coursplay wasn't particularly working very well. I say wasn't working very well. This wasn't working, the lime stuff, lime refill and a seed refill. I've yet to try the seed refill part of it. I have updated it. If you guys can see in the bottom right hand corner there, you can see that's the version I'm on at the moment. I'm still using the GU hub or whatever it is, and then I checked it today and they said they've improved the trigger aspect, so now it can find triggers a lot easier, and I've tested this already off screen to see if this actually works, which it does, which is brilliant. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys and girls how to set up a course, how to do this. Most of you guys and girls probably know how to do this, but for those people that don't, like Sinky was saying, he doesn't know how to use this at all. And you know, for those people that don't, I'm doing it for those people primarily. Right, so you don't have to start off in the middle of the field. I just find it's better if you do, just so that the tractor or the vehicle can find the course a lot easier. Right, so it's very similar to doing anything else with Coursplay. You have to do a course recording first. So I'm going to start course recording here, jump in the cab, just close that down, and then drive. Try and reset track IR as well. It's been a bit derpy, and get rid of the help box. We don't need this for now. For you guys that didn't watch the uber long Euro Truck Simulator showcase on the tandem Scania, or the tandem trucks for Scania, it's a mod which you can get. If you guys do like Euro Truck Simulator, please go and have a look at that if you haven't done already. But also, the reason it was also very sillily long, I kind of ranted on about my problems I've been having with Vodafone. I won't go into that again. If you guys want to know what all that was about, please go and watch that. You know, and have a bit of a laugh at my expense as I get it wrong again on Euro Truck Simulator and rant and rave about what Vodafone have done to me. But anyway, I digress. So obviously, like I said, with anything Coursplay wise, just make sure they have been making a lot of improvements to the Coursplay now. It kind of recognises the traffic a lot better, so you don't have to necessarily worry too much about it, but I'd just say slow down and stop at those points where you know the AR traffic's going to be crossing the road, just so that it avoids it from slamming straight into the traffic itself. It will detect it and it will come up on screen as Courseplay's in AI traffic. But anyway, this is on the mod hub as well, this silo, this actual silo here. If I bring up the help text, you see that make sure as long as your course drives into that point where it can detect the start filling trigger. Once it's done that, obviously just drive out. Do that nice and slow. I've also put these on the farm as well. What initially they're for is multiplayer as well as single player. It just saves me going back and forth from the actual the shop and filling up with big bags of seed and stuff like that. I can just buy them directly, or we can just buy them directly. Initially what I'm going to do, I'll make an advisory notation on the actual multiplayer side of it when we do play multiplayer. What I do is, as like in real life, I'm not going to say be more realistic because that would be copying the dagger wing, but as in real life, most farmers, when they done seeding, they typically, to stop both the machinery getting rusty, or the seeders getting rusty, and the seeds themselves getting rotting inside the seeder itself, they typically empty them out and then wash them down, etc, 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 and then obviously they store the seeds back in a bag or whatever they need to do. So what I'll do is, every time I use Coursplay or just doing it myself, every time there's any seeds left, I'm gonna empty them into the main silo back on the farm first. Once that's done, obviously then it just, long story short, but just make sure the main silo has some seed in it first before buying more seed, if you're playing on the multiplier side of it with myself or whatever, once we get the server up and running, once we get to that 1,000 subscribers and stuff. But anyway, I digress. So once you've driven your course, obviously back on and off the field, you can leave it at that, but I suggest obviously saving it, because you're going to need to do that. So let's just remind myself what field this is. It's field 13, my lucky number. So we go to save, line F13, enter. Cool. And then once I've done, take this off, and then obviously drive the tractor to your point. Now I don't know if the update's going to incorporate every single trigger known to man on the mod site at the moment, so if you try this and it doesn't work with your particular silo, it's probably because it just doesn't recognise that trigger yet. It might be because that mod's out of date or whatever. So I've not tried the seeding type of it. I'm going to try that first and see what happens. I'll do that as a sort of like off-screen thing. But anyway, once you get to the point you want to start the work at, you then go to field management. Go to field 13. Press X. Make sure the header's all the way out. It shouldn't matter because it should auto detect it anyway, but I always do that to be on the safe side. Oops. And then just click on it, click on the little calculate, and it should work it out. Again, same for starting location, it should work that out. And now press work out course, and it should bring out the course with you. Once it's worked its course and you're happy with whereabouts it is starting from, then so what you need to do then is generate this, combine the two courses together. So right, this course that we've just done, line 13, we need to load that in, and see now it says combine two courses. Now it should be good to go. Just double check everything's okay by looking at that, and it should give you an idea of what the course is going to look like, and it looks okay to me. So let's drive this very awkwardly backwards, and then just drive it slowly towards the point we need it to start off at. It's roughly about there. Right, I should have filled this up really, but it's good that I didn't, because this will be a good demonstration for you peeps, so you can see how it working in action. Right, so drive from first. Make sure it says from farm silo the right ingredient, because obviously you can select different. Look, you can have because this takes both fertilizer and lime. So if it's one of those dual, or you've got several like points like I have on the farm, it will pick up the right trigger and load from the right trigger. So it's going to be lime. I could have incorporated the whole lot into one, but it's probably better doing it this way. It keeps things more organised and good. So right, I was getting babbled on. Drive course. It says I don't own that field because it's scrambling to that side. It doesn't matter. And off it goes. As you can see, it's clicking down the fertiliser, and now it stops. Not fertiliser, I said lime. Now, unfortunately, this is a side effect of having it right in the middle of the field. It'll drive back into the middle of the field. You can adjust it so it just finds the nearest point. I forget where you do that actually. I think it's in the settings. I know it's somewhere. It finds the. There we go. I think it's there, or it's somewhere in the main settings. But I don't want to mess about with it too much, just in case it starts going derpy, because it's still in the development stages of things. They've still not done anything with the front loader side of it yet. They haven't incorporated that. One thing I will test off screen, because the cows and the pigs are more or less out of slurry now. That's why I'm having to buy slurry just to finish off the last field, which I think is more or less done. Yeah, it's more or less done actually. I left some in this tanker, just for, because I didn't want it running out while I was looking away. So let's get rid of that, and let's drive this back to the farm. Let's get rid of the help box, we don't need that. It'll be gone with you. But now, thankfully, on a good note, this now does work. Coursplay now does pick up the triggers on the for the cow silo and the pig silo. So that is good news. What I haven't yet tested, I might try that just as a test from today's episode. See if it actually does work, because I'm curious now. I've got no actual fields to fertilise, that's the downside. What I could do, once they've started cultivating said fields, oops, missed my point, I could potentially put fertiliser on, because I think once you've done that, once you cultivated, it's another state. I remember something discovering that in the past, the other day I think, because I thought it wouldn't let me fertilise, and it did. But I'm all, again, it's all depending on what happens with this last remaining money I've got in the bank. It was, like I said in last live stream, the initial plan was to do a path down by those fields, but I just got one, it's going to be, well, one, I just want to save the money where I can. Two, I discovered the actual path goes, if you go up to the other end of the field, the path more or less does the thing that I was going to put in anyway. Okay, it means driving down to the other end of the field, but it seems a bit of a waste of money to see. Is this how it says fast track is stuck in traffic? I suspect that's because that's stuck behind some traffic. Let's have a quick look. No, it's crashed into that, which is handy. Let's see if we can solve that. Yes, there we go. It disappeared, the AI traffic disappeared. Again, if you're using Coursplay, it can be a bit problematic because obviously the AI traffic doesn't really pick up, well, it doesn't pick people up, let alone Coursplay player or Coursplay itself. Now, do I want to leave this here? I do, I think leave this here for the time being. Grab now. I've been doing some bits off screen roughly for changing out equipment. Again, another plan will be sort of like once, depending on the money situation now. Now, will this have enough power to pull this? If not, I might get the tractor over there. Actually, what I'll do, I'll park this up, go and swap for this tractor over here. Your Massey. Because I know this has got a bit more grunt to it. Now, something I'm going to raise with you guys. Recently, I've seen that the manual attachment mod is out. Now, in the past, I used to like the idea of it, but again, it was either on or off. Oops, excuse my track IR goes derpy. Try set and reset that. Going nuts because of the light pouring into my room, I think. Try recalibrating that. If I again set up a bit. Again, it's Mr. Slouch Simulator. That helps a little, but not a great deal. That's probably better doing that. Go on, attach. Yeah, let me know, guys, because the newest one, the mod alpha, because I'm subscribed to mod alpha. Wow, what's happening now? Clamping something. He's improved it, so now you have the option to turn it on or off whilst in game, or you can have it so it's set to both, so you can still sit in cab and jump in and just attach it, or you can just, if you want to, you can jump out and attach it. Again, it gives you the option to do both, which I find a bit better, because then if you're just in a rush and roaring around and you want to just get stuff done quick. And again, it can get a bit grindy having to jump in and out of the tractor to attach stuff. I like that option, you can still do that. Again, it isn't, I hate to quote it, the real life situation, the most immersive situation you can get into. But, you know, it's a good choice. I might, I don't think I'd put it onto the multiplayer side of it. I'd just leave it as a single player thing, just turn it on and off. But let me know if you want me to integrate that into the next Let's Play. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this one to give that other one a hand, because I don't want this getting in the way of the Coursplay until he's finished that field. Makes things a bit quicker. I'm just getting all the preparation done. It's too late in the day to actually start seeding. I know people are going to jump up and down at me and say, well, it doesn't really matter when you start seeding. I just prefer to seed in the morning, because then you don't have to do so much work in the evening then. If the weeds start growing out, they normally start growing out in the late afternoon, so you're sort of more or less good to go. Right, let's bring the header down. cultivator down. Let's quickly just jump out cheat cam, just to line myself up. And again, I'm still in two minds to use the GPS. Now, if you guys are wondering how that's happening with the texture, now that is a mod available on the mod hub. If you might not initially find it, so you might have to select show all mods, because I think it's still technically in beta, but they've just recently done an update on it, and as you can see, it makes the tractor look pretty epic. As you can see, it looks really, really cool. In fact, what I'll do, actually I'll take a screenshot of that. Let me just bring up the development console. Find it. Where are you? That's the one. Right, now if I press 0, that's a bad shot. I'm going to try that. I'll use that as a screenshot. That looks pretty cool. I'm going to bring the HUD back up and then bring that back up. Now I learned something the other day as well with this. If you press up, it brings the last command up as well. So then you can just do that. It makes life a lot easier. But there we go. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I would recommend that dirt mod. It just makes it, again, more immersive. I don't think they'd get covered that quickly. I think, you know, the modder needs to do some more work on that aspect, but it's a nice touch, don't get me wrong. And it doesn't happen on everything. Like you can see, the cultivator's not getting covered in it, nor is the weight. Again, the modder may change things as he upgrades it, or she upgrades it. Right. Now, whether I'm going to see what happens. I'd like to see if I can actually do some manuring. I don't know if it's going to count. I'm sure it does. Once you ploughed it, then you can then manure it, because I had discovered this the other day. I'm sure of it. But they're busy on that field. And I'm actually out of cultivators. I've got both the cultivators working. I could go and lease one, but I just don't want to throw money away. This hasn't got a front hitch either, which is a pretty useless tractor, really. Well, I'd say not useless, but it's not. It does have its limitations. That's one of the initial plans. Once we start raising some more money, I'm gonna not buy the land straight away. I'm gonna buy the equipment to work. Slightly bigger equipment. Some of the older tractors will have to go, because I just don't see why we should. Look, see, it's refilling, and I had nothing to do with that. It's just doing what it's doing. I'm hoping that works with this, the seed fill side of that now. What I could do, get some seed ready. I think there's some seed sitting here. I need to get my front loader and tip that into the silo. But what I'll do, I think there might be some seed actually in it. Let's just find out. Let's get rid of this first. Let's just drive around. I'm going to get a couple of trailer fulls I don't want to overdo it because obviously I've got to lime the whole field. Talking of liming, the reason I'm liming all the fields, is I'm going to go over to this one. You guys might think I'm crazy. See, it's only these fields here that needs lime. These don't necessarily need them because I bought these later. There's only really a harvest between the two. Once I've harvested this again, these are need doing. So I might as well just do them all now and then have them all at the current same state, if you know what I mean. Rather than just faff around doing it as and when it needs it. Just keeps things more organised. Let's see if this works. I'm pretty sure it does. Just pour a little bit in. Yeah, this should work. It's going to cost me a fortune. I'm only going to do I might only do one trailer full actually. Because this is going to cost a fortune just to fill this out. But when playing, just initially look at the silo. If there's no seed in the silo, then you have my permission to come and fill up from these. Once there is a mod available that actually starts making seed and fertilizer, or seed mainly, this silo doesn't actually take fertilizer, which is a shame. I haven't checked the latest update to see if the latest update of this mod actually works, to be fair, because it was on what's it called, Mod Hub or Mod Holster, and that's still coming up with that error message like, oh, this is the not legit site, etc, etc, etc. Well, that'll do for now, because I think there's a fair amount in there, and once I've poured them in, those ones sitting over there look untidy looking. These could do a wash actually, let's give them a wash. Had a bit of a close call the other day actually, well, so close call with the last harvest. The combine was literally on vapour when it was getting to the last field for fuel, and I thought, am I going to run out of diesel? What am I going to do if I do run out of diesel? I don't know if because I know originally in 15 and the previous incarnations of this game, you could pull a tractor up next to the vehicle and fill it up from the tractor, but I don't know if that still applies. I've never tried it. You guys can let me know in the screen down below, the comments down below. Give these a wash, and I'll put the covers over. Looks cool. And again, same principle applies. Once there's a way to actually start producing lime for yourself rather than having to buy it, I'll sell all this. I'll sell that. I'll sell the fertilizer. I'll sell it all, and then obviously have to re-record all the courses. But I can live with that. I suspect at some point there will be. Still not. I've seen a mixed feeder mod, but it's. I saw another YouTuber doing a mod review on it. I thought about doing one, but again, it's a nice mod. Don't get me wrong. It was a problem with it is it's like a bunker type deal. So you have to sort of like fill it up and then dig it out. And again, I could incorporate it and then pour it into this, because I think, if memory serves me right, this does take TMR. If memory serves me right, I know it definitely takes silage, I can't remember if this takes TMR or not. I'll have to look into that. So there's not a great deal of other stuff that needs doing. I need another tractor with a front loader. Let's just let's see, rather than running around it. How much milk have we got? Can I raise some more money by selling? I know there wasn't a great deal last time I looked. The pigs are breeding like rabbits. Yeah, it's not a great deal in there. I'll leave that for a rainy day. So you've got loads of manure. Again, not so much manure in this one, so it's quite a fair amount, but if I go over to the piggery, you'll see it doesn't look as full as it's saying it is. Big Baxter. Hello, piggies. Hello. Right. How's the sheeps doing as well? They're doing alright. If I go over here. Yeah, you see it's just a very small amount. Where if I go over here. Hold up. Can I jump over this? Ugh, no. Probably just as well. I don't want to jump headlong into the manure. This. I'm going to jump in anyway. Nice. Alright, okay. Right, that's enough of that. Right, I think I'll leave it here, guys and girls. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed it. If you did, one fourth thing before I go. Look, some artistic baling. I did some artistic baling off screen and made it look something like out the tape. What do you think, peeps? Do you like it? That is obviously the last of it, kind of gribbed out, but I tried to make them all like different, look like a sort of like I say, something out the tape gallery. But anyway, I'll leave it at that, peeps. Hope you guys and girls enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to like. If you didn't enjoy it for any reason, again, guys and girls, please feel free to dislike, but leave a comment down below to why you didn't like it, so I can try to improve in the future. And if you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, guys and girls, please feel free to share. It helps me out a lot, and I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel, you'll see future episodes of this or anything else I'm working on. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notifications bell, so then you're alerted as soon as I upload a new video. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.